I am pretty excited. So pretty much ever since I can remember, I've been on the water, either with like a kayak, a canoe, something. As a little toddler, my parents would take us out flat water paddling, like on lakes and stuff in New Hampshire, and I absolutely loved it. And then growing up, I got my first canoe. Actually, I don't even know if it was technically my canoe, but in my mind it was my canoe. I think somebody gave it to us, because it was under a roof and the snow fell off the roof and crushed it. So we patched it together with bondo. It's like this fiberglass canoe, all bondoed up. We paddled that thing around. It was awesome. And growing up, somebody, a relative, gave me a little tiny sunfish sailboat. And so I was sailing that all the time. Loved it. And then when I moved away from home, I got into whitewater kayaking. And I kayaked for quite a few years, had a bunch of different kayaks. And then for the last little bit, I really haven't paddled or been on the water that much. But then coming to Switzerland, the lakes here are absolutely amazing. Like, just like crystal clear water and the views with the mountains. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. So I've been like scheming away. How can I get back on the water? And so I've been looking at different boats. I looked at sailboats, but you have to take like a special class and get a license and all this crap. Don't want to do that. So I've been looking at canoes and kayaks, and finally I found one that I like. So today we're going to go check it out. But now I've got a little problem. So we have our little van, but no trailer and no roof rack, and the canoe's definitely not going to fit on the inside. So I've got to come up with a way to haul this canoe around. And for the moment, here's my solution. So here's my solution, at least until I get a roof rack. So the van has like built-in mounting points for an actual roof rack, but I don't have any metal, and I don't have a roof rack, as I said. So I just took bolts and I used those attachment points, and I took 2 sheets of OSB plywood, glued them together, bolted onto the roof. There's 3 of them. And hey, maybe it'll work. But then it kind of rained on my plywood a little bit, so they look pretty strong still. We'll see. And here's the canoe. And it is kind of funny looking. It's from a company called Novoplast in Slovakia. And from what I can gather, it's pretty old. So this is the stern or back of the boat. As you can see, it has a nice little bulkhead here that is semi-waterproof. The gunnel, which is this part, is not like any canoe that I've ever seen. And then all of the seats sit pretty low compared to most canoes. And there are 3 of them. And then the bow of the boat also has a bulkhead that is semi-watertight. The bottom of the boat does not have any keel at all, but it's also pretty flat. So the guy I bought it from seemed to think that it was intended for moving water. But when I researched this boat, I wasn't able to find out any information on it really at all, and what its intended purpose was. It may not be the fastest boat out there. It may not be the best for lakes. I don't really care, because I have a canoe and can get on the water. So I am super excited. So the plywood roof rack worked out awesome. I actually think I'm going to keep it around for a little while just because it was so good. It was perfect for the canoe. I feel a little bit bad for Laura because she's got to ride around in a van with a plywood roof rack. But, you know, it works and it's freaking awesome.